Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today to our webinar. Today we're gonna be going over M&M Plumbing. So we're gonna be talking to my dad here, Marvin Werman, the owner of
Hello.
the owner of M&M Plumbing, and get to know them a little bit better and why you should maybe call us if you have a plumbing issue. So let me just hop on over here to a different screen. Okay, so we're really glad that you're here. Really glad that you're gonna tune in and kind of get to know us a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about M&M Plumbing. So how long have you been in the plumbing business for about?
I've started plumbing about when I was 20 years old, and so it's about 21 years ago. I know.
As old as me.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Right.
I know. But so yeah, let's talk a little bit about plumbing and how much fun it is. I know you're all just really excited.
Yes. So M&M Plumbing, you're a plumber that's in the Twin Cities.
Yep.
Twin Cities area. So
basically we serve our service all the way out to, I like to say, I live in Rockford, and so now we go all the way out to Minneapolis area, down about all the way to Bloomington, up to about Anoka, and all the way west. So it's a pretty big area. The Twin Cities is a really big area. So if you're going to do the entire, we try to split it in about half, but it's about 35 cities. So we serve a lot of cities, and try to keep our prices, according to what they should be, and treat people right. So
awesome. Okay. So that just picture, not a big deal, of my dad over here. Okay, so now we're gonna just move on to some tips and tricks of plumbing. So with springtime now coming up, there might be some tips and tricks that you could maybe suggest to some of our viewers here. If you guys have any questions during any of this time, or have any questions yourself, let us know. So what would you think is one of the biggest things of springtime?
Well, with springtime, Lacey, is that of course comes rain. Sometimes a lot of rain. So you always want to make sure that you check your sump pump to make sure that it's working properly. And if you have a dry sump pump pit, you want to pour some water in it, make sure that it does work. Check the plug-in outlet, make sure that you do have power. You can just take a hair dryer or whatever you want, just to make sure that everything is working accordingly. And if it's not working, if you've got a bunch of water, it's not pumping out, call us or some other licensed plumber, and definitely be able to help you out.
Yeah.
Because you definitely don't want a flooded basement.
No, I remember coming with you. Sometime I went with him when probably 3 o'clock in the morning, somebody called.
Many years ago.
Their basement was flooding. So be aware that, know what's going on with your sub pump, especially if it's been raining a lot. And if maybe you have an older basement or older house. So.
Oh yeah, that's definitely for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we also have on here, keep an eye for frozen faucets. So what does that have to do with?
Yeah, so what I mean by that is your outside faucet. So where you hook on your garden hose, make sure that it definitely wasn't hooked up at the beginning of the year or over the winter, because if it is, there's a good chance that it could have split and could leak on the inside of your home. So when you do turn water onto the outside, make sure you very carefully check on the inside of the house. When you turn it on, make sure nothing is leaking, because we definitely don't want nothing to hurt just the sheetrock or anything like that. So,
yeah.
So that's pretty much it for that, because it could freeze and split. But otherwise, if you do have any leaks, just call a licensed plumber or us, and we'll definitely be able to help you out.
Yeah. And then the last thing is just, you kind of mentioned garbage disposal.
Yeah, another thing that I do get a lot of calls on are garbage disposals. Now, garbage disposals, everybody's got their views. Should I have them? Should I not? You know what? That's typically up to anybody. But For one thing that does happen, if you do end up getting anything in there that shouldn't, the motor might jam up. Now, there's a couple of tricks. One thing you could do on the very, very bottom, there's a red reset button.
Oh.
You pop that, and what that will do, that will re-engage, but a lot of times you still got to get out what jammed it in the first place. So that still might not solve all your problems, but you probably don't need a new one. You just need to get it fixed.
Right, and it's kind of nice to at least to try to do something yourself instead of,
Yep.
you know, calling someone, because everyone likes to save money, you know.
Exactly. But and one other thing about garbage disposals that I really like to tell people, when you do use it, you put a lot of water, put a lot of stuff in them, of food, and make sure you run a lot of water with it, and that because you don't want to plug up the drains.
Okay.
So
That's really awesome to know. I guess I didn't really know any of that. So, okay. And then just moving on for that. Thanks for tuning with us and staying with us. Hope you at least learned a little something. And then if you have more information, obviously you can contact us, email us. I added both phone number and email here. Otherwise,
also text me anytime too.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I know a lot of younger owners probably want to text rather than call. Otherwise, you can definitely visit our website here. So, you know, if it leaks water, we can more than likely fix it. So we have some services if you're kind of, you know, iffy or wondering what we really do. It's a great place to check that out. A little bit more about my dad here, Marvin, and the company overall. You know, 93% recommend M&M Plumbing. So, you know, hopefully that works for you if you call us. And then we just have location and a spot for you right here to get a quote if you're having any questions. So on that note, thanks so much for watching. Thank you for joining.
And thank you, Lacey, for having me. And
yeah.
Anybody have any questions, just contact me.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.